Alright, the pre-vac is finished, and you can get a good idea now. We've got some stains to deal with here, and we're going to be scrubbing those with the Oreck Orbiter. And he's putting down his pre-spray. Come through here. You can see we've got some decent stains in here, dark things. Now we pulled some gum out of this carpet with a steamer, and we thought we had it all, but there may be some of that still left in here. So we got some pretty good stains to deal with. But I'll let him finish the pre-spray, and then we'll start the video when he gets ready to start scrubbing. So stay tuned for that. Alright, we're going to start bonnet cleaning. This one's not been cleaned in at least like 8 years. The person that lived here for a long time. And it's going to take a long time to get all this stuff out. So far it's doing okay. But this has been a long time since I had anything done to it. Now we're going to show the living room, but we also have a bedroom that's got some pretty good stains in it too, but just to keep the videos a reasonable length, we're just going to mess with the living room. Yeah, by the time we get down to the living room, it'll be time for both of us to get to work, and there won't be nobody to make videos, so we can mess around for 15 minutes or so, and then we got to both get after it. We still got a busy day. Yeah, I'll show you, we're on an external battery right now, which is just one of those pocket chargers to charge up your cell phone, but you can actually take the battery out of the camera and you can just run it off of one of these if you want. So instead of having to find batteries that fit these cameras, this camera allows you to do that, so that's kind of a nice extra feature. But if you see a cord dangling in front of the lens here and there, that's what it is. It's a cord off of this battery pack. So you got a little paint spot in the carpet there. So earlier today we did these floors with the Orbiter, and we just cleaned them. We're not putting down the finish or anything. That's up to the maintenance people if they want to do that. But so this machine's done a lot of work today because we've done all the VCT, the floor tiles, and we're doing the carpet with it. So it's really earning its keep today. real secret to these machines is on clean carpet you can go real fast and you can do a room like this in 3.5 minutes, a room this size, but when they're dirty just hover on the stains a little bit and you know, you see hover there and when the stain seems to lift it up. This is a gouge. That's like where a cigarette was dropped. There's another one there. And this carpet has quite a few of those little
hover on your dirty areas like right here, just hover on it and it'll come out. Everything does. Anything that don't come out with this will come out with ammonia and a iron.
Alright. It's been about 5 minutes to get this far into the carpet. And this has been a pretty dirty carpet. These stains have been in here, or the dirt that's in here has been in here a long, long time, so it doesn't come out quite as easily as it does on some of the other videos we've shown.
Some of this has been in there for years.
Yeah.
They had it covered up with something and nobody ever saw it until they moved out. So. We'll get it.
Alright, I'm going to pause the camera temporarily so I can have 2 clips because they get too long and they're hard to, they take forever to upload. So
Hang on.
back. Oh, hold on.
Wait and pause here a second because I'm going to flip the volume and might as well do that at the same time. That way nobody misses nothing. Alright.
Pausing. Alright, and we're back.
Just let it hover. It'll do all the work for you if you're smart. If you work hard with this machine, you're doing something wrong. The machine will do everything. You just have to just operate it. Now, as dirty as this carpet was, we're getting this thing clean in a very fast amount of time. If you just use an extractor on this, you could be over here for 40 minutes on this, probably every bit of it. Maybe more, depending on how good you are at extracting and how good your extractor is. The rub doctor we use could probably clean this. It'd probably take about 35, 40 minutes and have to make several passes over this dark stuff.
Yeah. The only bad thing is we have a lot of those cigarette burns in the carpets. There's lots of gouges, so.
But that don't matter.
There's nothing you can do about that.
No.
Okay, he's really in the worst area in this living room.
Yeah.
Let's see if I step back and get the light right so you can see. It's coming out pretty clean. It still needs to be extracted, of course, but.
Of course, we're getting used to this new camera, which we really love. What kind of camera is it?
It's a GitUp, Git2.
A GitUp, Git2. And the fact that it has image stabilization on it,
yep.
I don't think any other camera really has it as good as
See
this.
there, I'm moving it back and forth. On most cameras, it'd be a lot worse than that.
So if you think this video looks good, it may not be so much what we're doing as much as what the camera's doing. The camera
makes everything look awesome. Everything we're doing actually looks completely awful, but the camera makes it look nice.
We believe in the camera so much, we're going to add them to the list of stuff that we'll sell off Amazon. So
I want to let you know we're filming this at 1080 at 60 frames per second, and we have this on high bitrate. And on YouTube, you're probably not going to be able to tell much of a difference between high bitrate and low bitrate. But there's more There's actually more being put into the video. It's gathering more information. And so hopefully if you've got a really good connection, you're going to be able to see this video and it's going to look a lot better than it would if we filmed at a lower bit rate. But we're experimenting with that. The high bit rate videos take a lot longer to upload than the standard ones do. So we're going to wait and see how they look. And if you really can't tell the difference at all, we may go back to just the standard bit rates and save ourselves a little upload time.
So far though, people seem to like the way we're shooting the new videos compared to the old camera, so.
Yeah, it's a lot better in the low light that we have in these apartments to work with. This camera does a lot better job than our old camera did. Okay,
and with the fisheye lens, it shows more detail as far as you see more windows, more walls, ceiling fans, stuff that we used to. The other camera filmed directly.
Yeah, like our other camera, it would not show out the window like this. So that's kind of good because it adjusts to the light pretty quickly.
The other camera it just looked like you're looking into the sun.
Yeah, I'm going to show you this bedroom in here because we're not going to scrub it on video, but we may show it when it's done, and you can see we've got a pretty bad stain right here. This is where their bed was sitting, and they were smokers, so that's probably 100 ashtrays spilt over time. So we're going to work on that. And it's got some stains right here in the door threshold, but none of it's going to be too big of a deal. But
now there's one more thing I wanted to see since you got the camera. Go ahead and come in the kitchen and get over here so you can film. Everyone always asks, does the dirt go into the pad or does it grind down deep into the carpet? Well, we'll see what the camera shows here. Give it a second. It don't happen overnight. Or it don't happen in the first second anyway.
Try to find the angle to see what's going on.
Dirt's starting to form. This is the dirt that everybody would want to claim actually gets scrubbed deep into the carpeting. But if it's in the carpeting, why is it coming out in the sink? That's what never made no sense to me. This is why we believe in bonnet cleaning.
He's got the majority of the dirt out of there. There's going to be some more, but that'll be.
I'll get it out
gives
before
you the
we use
idea.
the bonnet, before we use
Yeah.
the bonnet again.
They do absorb a lot of dirt. It's amazing.
A lot of dirt.
But yeah, except for these gouges, which is unfortunate. I think the carpet's going to shape up and look really nice, but you can only do so much. So anyway, stay tuned and we'll show the extraction. We're going to go ahead and work on the bonnet cleaning a little bit more, but we're going to show the extraction here in the living room. Actually, I think I'll make it a separate video because it's going to be too lengthy. But that's all that's left in this one. So stay tuned for the next video. Alright. We're going to go ahead and show, he did this whole room, but we're going to show this part because this is the really dirty part. The rest of it would have been completely boring.
But the whole room was dirty. This is just the worst of it all.
Yeah.
It was all bad.
And this is where some ashtrays have been spilled, and so some of this may be some cigarette burns in there too, which means they won't come completely out.
They may not if they've been in here for 8 or 9 years. And we're walking all the way down. I'll come back on that. The person that lived in this apartment, they had desk mats, that, you know, like you put on your office desk to keep the chairs from tearing up the carpet in an office building. They had those all over the apartment, everywhere in it. And well, in some areas they didn't have it, so you got some UV damage in some of the carpet, and it's not the same in all the other, you know, and then right next to it, there is no UV damage. You can't fix that.
Come on, little Oreck.
This is more than cigarettes.
Come on, little buddy.
It's taking it out.
It'll work. It's doing its thing.
But this foot right here, there was a piece of furniture here the whole time that never moved, and you can tell the carpet's in brand new condition.
That's going to be alright. We still need to go over with the extractor, so when we get done extracting, if it's still dark, we'll scrub it a little bit
Yeah,
more.
it'll come out. It just takes time. That stuff's down all the way. And I doubt that there's any real color left on the carpet fibers.
I'm gonna real quick show what the living room looks like.
Go ahead.
Because we've extracted, the hallway's not done yet, but the living room's extracted, and we've walked all over it, so it looks pretty messed up right now. And it's got the gouges in it from cigarettes. That when someone drops a cigarette on the ground and they let it go ahead and burn for a while, you get those nice long black burned in marks that you can't get rid of. It's quite a bit lighter. I don't know how it's going to show on camera, but there's a little bit of a color there, but it's not real noticeable. Once we've got the carpet raked and everything, it'll be all uniform, and you won't be able to see little things like that very well.
There was a gray stain over here somewhere that we worked on about a while back.
Blue, when it blue?
It was green.
This one we took out with the steamer.
It was blue, but it turned green when we started hitting it out.
Yeah.
But it's gone.
Yeah, we put a video up. It's probably been a month ago that the video went up to show the taking out with the steamer some of the things. And there was a bunch of chewing gum in this carpet in here that was right in about this area here, and you can't tell it was ever there, so that's good. Yeah, there's one of the matte prints that we're going to have to work on a little more, because you can see this lighter carpet.
We don't know if we can fix it or not, because you're talking UV damage. There's not a thing we can do about it.
They get a lot of the evening sun goes right through that little window back there, and it hits this hallway really bright. Plus you have in the morning, a lot of bright sunlight comes through there and hits over here. So anyway, we're going to pause the video here, and well, we may not show anything else with the Oreck Orbiter, but we're going to go extract that carpet in there, and then we'll see where we get from there. We still have to do some raking and everything else, so stay tuned for either an upcoming video, or there will be some more added onto this one. Alright, here's how the bedroom looks. Just freshly raked it, and it's still a little bit damp, so a lot of if there's any darker stuff in it, it'll fade out as it dries. So that's how that looks. Alright, we've raked the hall. It's got some wrinkles in it. Carpet needs stretched. This is how the living room looks, and it's going to lighten up a little bit when it finishes drying. But it looks pretty good. And we were able to get rid of a lot of that where you could see where those mats were sitting. It's not as noticeable now. So anyway, that's about it for this job. So till next time, thanks for watching.